I'm truly, truly convinced that the core of the Black Indigenous movement is self-hate, is a sense of self-hate, because their idea of Africa has been defined for them as being something primitive. Of course, we all received that same perception growing up, that same narrative in the society. The society presented us that narrative, and I think that that narrative is real deep in their heads. Your civilizations can trace thousands of years before this civilization here, and this expression is far more prolific than what's here. And on top of that, their cultural proliferation over here don't depict you anywhere. So how are you indigenous? You think because you see melanated people here that means, oh, we were already here. No, nigga, you a whole different person. History of the Negroes in English America in Jamestown, Virginia, 1619. But that was the English colony. Before that colony, there were French and Spanish colonies that brought Negroes here too before then. And that goes into the 1500s. Throughout that time, from the 1500s up until the 1800s, that's 300 years, bro. There were numerous African people who went through a lot of different scenarios and circumstances and intermix or intermarry with native indigenous tribes and produce Black Indians. So that's over 200-year period. That's a lot of generations in that time. So yeah, but that don't make you indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have that in your history and you identify with that side, then that's you. You saying, hey, that's the side I choose to identify as indigenous, and that's the side because it's actually in me though. It ain't me identifying with it because somebody told me that that's what all Black people really are, and we've been tricked, and there was no slave trade, and you know all this other stuff. And you know they don't even have.
Where's the boats? Right,
where's the boats? You know they just making up stuff now. Now they saying, oh, the First World War was all of the European nations coming over here and waging war against the Black people that were already here, and then putting them into captivity or whatever. It's crazy. The Europeans was fighting against each other. They wasn't united to come and attack no one. You serious? That comes from not knowing, bro. If you don't know, then you're gonna make up something or accept anything